I'm Shae Russell for mining.com.au, and I'm coming to you once again from the Resources Rising Stars Conference. Sitting next to me is probably the guy with the best rocks at the conference today, and that is Chris Byrne, Managing Director of Legacy Minerals. Chris, how are you?
Yeah, great. Thanks for having us on.
My pleasure. We are going to get to touch these rocks in just a minute, and as you know, rocks will always bring me over for a conversation. First and foremost, you've got some pretty major partners on some of your exploration projects out in New South Wales. Talk me through the projects and some of these partners.
Yeah, we do. We've secured Newmont S2 Resources, as well as more recent ones, Helix and unearthing. That really, I guess the catalyst for that has sort of really come about that, you know, people think exploration in Australia and WA is the main sort of focus and where most of the money goes. And, you know, New South Wales probably has received less than 10% of the mineral exploration over the past couple of decades compared to WA. So what has sort of created is this environment where it's underexplored, the opportunities are unrecognised, and yet you've got Australia's largest gold mine sitting, you know, smack bang in the middle, producing a phenomenal amount of gold and copper.
I think it is criminal how New South Wales has been overlooked, because you are out in the Lachlan Fold Belt.
Right.
I've got to ask, what took you guys out there? Because this area, as I just said, was overlooked for a considerable period of time.
Yeah, I think it was just our backyard, and when you're looking, you know, in your backyard and you know the space, like you can recognise those opportunities. And that's really how we built the portfolio. All of our IPO projects were pegged as $0 projects, and that just it fundamentally demonstrates that value uplift that you can get from, you know, a $0 acquisition.
All right, so now let's talk about the type of rocks that you had in your backyard. We've got some pretty impressive core samples in front of me. We've got this one here, which you told me has got copper. We've got this one here, which is full of zinc. Which one's your favourite? Are you allowed to have a favourite?
Yeah, well, I'd probably have to say that one because that's a hole that we drilled down at a project called Boura. And I think about...
that's the Boura one.
That's a Boura rock. We're the first company to do any diamond drilling into the low sulfidation system.
Right.
And you can sort of see from the complexities, I guess, the underappreciation of what was happening in the mineral system. And it probably was about a month after those drill visuals went on the market that we actually, you know, inked the deal with Newmont. So it just sort of underpins how important textures are in unpacking these systems and their potential.
And this is what you mean by what was in your backyard, but hidden at depth that nobody had gone looking for before.
Yeah, but still relatively shallow. And that's where that is probably 50 metres from surface.
Really?
There's probably 100 metres from surface, 50 metres from surface, and 11 metres.
No way.
And that's one of the other, fundamental, I guess, aspects when we look in a project is what's the cost of discovery? And that's where the partnerships come on. The partnership we have with Mark at Glen Logan, you know, that's drilling a deep undercover, very ambitious porphyry target, and that's been an exciting first drill campaign that he's just finished up there. And we couple that with, you know, projects that we see value at near surface that we can, as a small junior exploration company, add a lot of value to for our shareholders without being too diluted.
So just to recap, so this is obviously your Boura core sample. Are these from other projects?
These are from the Drake project.
Drake project, okay.
And what we really like about bringing these rocks to the conference is that the previous explorers or the previous miners at Drake were very much focused on this type of mineralisation style. High grade, low sulfidation epithermal,
beautiful.
High grades of silver, high grades of gold at surface, great ore bodies, but this sort of stuff was ignored. Copper, primary copper mineralisation, bornite that indicates it's a couple hundred metres away from some of these other silver and gold hits, but it indicates that there's a big untested copper upside in that system that just has been ignored for the last 40 years since mining sort of stopped in the 90s.
Wow. So just to sort of recap, you've got a lot of projects on the pipeline. Tell me, what can we expect to hear from Legacy over the next 4 months?
Yeah, so we're really, I guess, sharpening our focus onto the Thompson, Drake and Black Range projects. So shareholders should expect to see news flow coming out of that, primarily around target generation. And we're really expecting some fantastic targets to come out of those projects. And then in the background, our joint venture projects, they tick along. There's $28 million worth of JVs, so when you look at our $20 million market cap, you can just sort of see the value that non-dilutive funding gives us, and that's just, I guess, cream on top to the work that we're doing, and that, really any one of those discoveries made on a JV project still presents some phenomenal upside for shareholders too.
Listen, Chris, I've loved the legacy story for a long time. I love that you're sniffing around out in New South Wales and doing things there that people haven't done before. I can't wait to see more rock samples. I hope we get to chat again later this year.
Yeah, thanks very much, Shae.